All
I
right,
had
here
to
we
move
go.
mine down because
3,
I
2,
got scared of it falling.
1. Here's our speed run news. Here's our chance to talk about all the major stuff that's been happening in gaming. I'm hitting start. So as of one topic, this just came out literally earlier today, but Sony has confirmed a PS5 Slim for this holiday season. Just a couple things that are notable about it. It comes at 1 terabyte for storage for the PS5 and the digital, up from 825 gigs from the original console. Comes with other things. It says the PS5 model will be starting this November in the US. And then as for pricing, it says that the normal disc version is $499, but the PS5 digital is up to $450. So technically, that one has seen a $50 upcharge from the base, digital version. It looks like
And to my knowledge, that's not just the Slim version. That's a $50 bump on even current digital models.
Womp womp.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
Yeah.
Why the hell are they bumping it up?
Apparently, the consoles are only like 30% smaller, so it's like.
Well, they said it's not only 30% smaller, but I think it's like the weight aspect is like better too. Like there's a lot involved apparently.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason to get one of these is going to be, and I'm assuming I didn't read all the details on it, but it should be more power efficient. That'll probably be the biggest thing. So probably draw a little less power, which better on your energy bill kind of stuff.
Sure.
And the other thing, I don't know if you did, maybe you mentioned it and I didn't hear you, but the disk drive is removable. So basically, you could buy the digital version if you want, and then you could buy the external drive and pop it on the side. Like all 4 plates are removable now, so that's kind of neat. I mean, I like the expandable option, so
that's cool.
Yeah.
No.
How much would that be?
I didn't see any pricing for just that. I would imagine $50 to $100. I'd probably say closer to 100, but it might only be 50 because then it'd keep it in line with if you bought the big boy version of it with the drive already installed.
But it did say. It said it will be sold
for $50 cheaper.
It said the Blu-ray disc drive is sold separately for $80.
So at
that point, you might as well
terrible.
just but at that point, you might as well just get the other thing. I mean, you're spending way more than you should.
Well, the point is, may not know. Like a lot of people might be on a budget. They may not think, "Oh, I'm never gonna need the disc." They buy the discless version. This at least gives you an option to easily upgrade it. Yeah, you're paying a little more. I don't know. I mean, I would love if it was the same price, just $50 to make it on parity with the full system. But I don't think that's terrible.
Do you think the design is all that drastically different? I mean, all they did was put a black line over it.
I mean, they a little bit that you can break it off, I guess. So
yeah, they just shrunk it down some. I don't think this is the slimmest of slim systems I've ever seen. I looked at the measurements; it's a little smaller, but I think looking at them side by side, I don't think it's going to be significantly smaller. But
I've already got mine.
This is not an upgrade for most people. I don't think that's what they're advertising it as. It's just if you still don't have a PlayStation 5, this is the next step kind of into that ecosystem. And I think having the removable drive is nice because a lot of people, I'll tell you, probably don't want the disc drive. They probably are happy with digital, but they're probably on the fence. They're like, I don't know. It's a big risk to go all digital. They don't know if they're going to want to do it long term. So honestly, if anything, this is going to help them probably get buy-in into the digital system because people now at least will feel comfortable being like, well, if I really have to have a disc, I've got to fall back buying the external. So yes, it's more money, but people want that, kind of just fall back. And honestly, I bet none of them, well, not none, a very small percentage will end up getting the external drive, and it will just, I think, even pave the future for all digital even more. So
yeah, they're probably really testing out those waters, like hardcore.
Yeah, they're making it an easier buy-in into all digital, which
yeah, sure, and up the PS Plus, which they're already doing.
Maybe. Oh, well, they already did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to move us on to our next topic. So as a kind of, almost directly correlated with, not exactly this story, but something else that also happened, is Jim Ryan, the CEO of Sony Interactive, is basically retiring. He's going to be stepping down. Let's see. He says he will be retiring in March of 2024. Corporation president and chief operating officer Hiroki Totoki will be taking on the interim CEO role as of April 1st. Ryan cited increasingly difficulty in reconciling his work in Europe and North America. So basically, he's living in Europe and has to work over here somehow. I'm guessing multiple flights, like constantly. That, or I guess over video. And then he just says he's worked there for 28 years, so a rather long tenure. So he's basically been there since some of the early formative years, for Sony. So what do you guys think about that?
I know a lot of people are very negative about it. Man, that was the kind of outcry of people like, well, not negative. They were glad he was leaving. I don't have I don't have anything against Ryan. I know he's kind of come across, I think, kind of, maybe douchey is the wrong word, but he's done some anti-consumer moves, I think, with PlayStation. He's been behind some price increases and some odd decisions. I can't remember them all now, so I can understand the negative connotation that he's kind of, correlated to himself, but I don't think that's necessarily all him. I mean, he clearly has done a good job because PlayStation's still sitting pretty much at the top, at least when, compared against Xbox. So, yeah, I mean, good for him if he's really taken off time to spend with his family. If that's the real reason, then good. I mean, I'm sure you could speculate. I know some speculation I was hearing was this is partially because maybe he didn't help out so much when it came to that Microsoft Activision deal, and maybe his actions were more harmful than beneficial. Maybe. But there's no way to say that. I mean, at this point, I would say just take him on his word. I wish him the best. Good for him.
Yeah, I don't have anything to. I think he did a fine job. I mean, he kept the ship going. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say PlayStation is like. I think they were probably strong. Well, when did he become CEO again? Was it? Oh, it was recent, right? After the PS4. So that was after the...
It was after the PS4 released, but it was during the PS4 life cycle, to what I recall. Here's the thing, too. It's always hard to say, like, how much of, a company's direction is all based upon one person, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he made, a lot of bottom line decisions when it came to things, but, there's more than just him impacting the direction of the console. So, yeah, he was behind some negative stuff on the PlayStation, but he was also behind a lot of positive stuff, so, That's really all I can say. I don't have a big enough, I think, draw
I'm in the same
one
boat.
way or the other.
I don't. I think PlayStation will be fine.
I will say, and once again, I'm not sure if this is all on him. PlayStation's definitely fallen back into that arrogant stance a little bit. Like, they do this every few generations, and I'm not sure how much of that was him kind of just being like, yeah, we're the best of the best, and kind of make some odd anti-consumer choices because of that, or if that's just how things kind of played out over the past couple of years, regardless of him being at the top. So it'll be interesting to see if that shift or that kind of, stance PlayStation has been taken changes when the new guy gets in line. So, I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay, so